Hello, and welcome back to the land of the six suns with Fishy Plant Man as your host. Okay, this does not look like a Fishy Plant Man video at first glance. But if you look closely, everything's pretty big there. Not literally. But if you look closely, you might recognize these. That is the same material as I build my fish cages out of for breeding. And that's actually rather relevant, because that's where this is going to go. It's going to go in one of the fish tanks. But why so small? I mean, that's, the long ones are like 3 inches at the most. So why so small? Well, because it's not going to be a fish cage. Even though it's built kind of like a fish cage, you could get a bigger piece of plastic mesh, make all the pieces bigger, and you got a fish cage. It's 3 long pieces and 2 shorter ones. You can kind of see the 2 long sides, the 2 short sides. I've zoomed in to the point where I cut the scissors out, it looks like. But you take and you put them together with zip ties. Those are I think they're actually my bigger of the 2 sizes. They came in white and white. There's no white there. Not as far as zip ties are concerned. They came in red and black. And I believe the black ones are a little smaller than the red ones. I had a bunch of red ones that I knew where they were, so the red ones. Tie it all together with the red zip ties. I use the black scissors to cut the plastic. And I don't think I've said yet, but it's going to be a strawberry basket. I can probably fit, 3 or 4 strawberries in one of those long, the middle long one there is for the bottom. I figure I could probably fit about 3 or 4 strawberry plants in there. But it doesn't really matter because I think I've got 2 growing outside of the strawberries I want to grow. There's a bunch of strawberry plants outside, but they're ornamental. They don't grow berries. And honestly, what is the point in having a strawberry bush that doesn't grow strawberries? That's just silly. It's not a particularly good-looking plant, so why? An ornamental cherry tree? I get it. Banana trees, like the blood banana that doesn't really grow bananas that I'm aware of, I get it. But an ornamental strawberry? I don't get it. But I do have 2 outside that I think should grow strawberries. And I'm going to give it a shot in a fish tank. Because I was reading I think it was a KG Tropicals question. And if I remember right, the question was houseplants, aquarium plants, both, and I think they had an other category. Well, I went ahead and put in houseplants, I think, just to give an answer. And then I went and read the comments. I made a couple of comments, but I read the comments, and one person was talking about, apparently there's a YouTuber, I'm not sure that he had the name remembered correctly, so I can't really give the name of the YouTuber, but apparently they grow strawberries in their fish tank. And I thought, wow, what an idea. That'll definitely take care of pest issues. Outside I'll have to deal with birds and slugs and whatever else. Not in the house. If I can grow strawberries in the house, I'm going to need a bigger fish tank. I love strawberries. Not really my favorite berry, but if you think I'm going to grow blackberries in the house, you're nuts. So, I came up with an idea of how I will grow strawberries in a fish tank. And after I'm done, I'll probably look up, see if I can find this person growing strawberries in a fish tank, if they're on YouTube, if they're still on YouTube. But first, I got to put this little basket together. Now, I don't have a camera person. I'm not really one to get help from people. I probably could, and then you could watch me put the basket together. Except that's not really my nature to ask for help. I like to do things on my own, if I can. And on top of that, it's a little bit of a lengthy process. Now, this is incredibly small. It's like a 3-inch basket. I get it. But it's still going to take a couple of minutes to put together. Probably 10 or 15. And I could speed it up if I could figure out how. But why? I'm sure you can figure out. It's not very difficult. But, tying that together with zip ties. I'm sure you can manage that, and you don't need a literal step-by-step. There's the pieces, 3 long ones, 2 short ones. I will cut the video and come back when it's all sewed up, so to speak. And then we'll go on to step 2, 3, whatever. All right. See ya in a few minutes with this basket put together. All right. That part is done. I got a new little tool there. It's just a measuring piece because I thought I would measure it. And I think I said it was 3 inches long. Well, depending on how you measure with that thing, it's anywhere from 3 inches to like 3 1/4 inches. Yeah, 3 1/4. So I kind of missed my guess a little bit. But you're pretty close with 3 inches by 1 1/2. For easy measurements, I mean 3 1/4 by 1 1/2, I guess. If you want to be technical. And no, I did not forget those 2. That's where I missed my guess on the count of zip ties. I just grabbed a handful and thought, yeah, that looks like enough. It wasn't. I needed 2 more. All right. I will cut those and decide how I want to hang this on. All right. This little plant is actually smaller than I was expecting, but I only had 2 out there. And the bigger one, while bigger, sorry, I wanted to move that leaf. It's not that big either, and I don't want to set myself back for getting strawberries. These plants were started last spring from seed. They managed the winter, And this one was back in the flower pot basically on the wrong side to do anything. So it's a bit smaller than the other one. The other one stands a chance of maybe producing some berries right where it's at. So I thought, well, I'll leave that one. Try to get some berries. It'll probably be a while, because while it's 2-3 times the size of this one, it's still not all that large. So I took the little one that was in bad shape. Hopefully it's in better shape now. And I put it in there. I know that zip tie looks a little funny, but it's holding it at the water line. And I've also got it so that I can adjust it a bit as the plant grows if I need to. So there it is. A little basket to protect the roots. There's only one fish in this tank at the moment. There she is. I should have cleaned that back. I didn't think about it. Forgive me. But there's the little fish. But even so, that little basket is protecting the roots as they hopefully adjust to, well, aquaponics. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, I can build a bigger basket if it's successful. Right now, this is proof of concept. The basket's basically just to hold the plants, and it's an added benefit of protecting the roots while they adjust from fish. So that's the idea. We'll see if this light is strong enough to eventually get berries, hopefully. And because they are from seed, I haven't got a clue what they taste like. Basically, I'll go ahead and say, they came from the turtles. The turtles got fed, and they're not on the channel because they're turtles. They're neither plants nor fish. They're turtles. Yeah, the dog has made an appearance or two, but even she hasn't made a lot of appearances. So anyway, the turtles got fed some strawberries, and they of course went through the digestive tract. And when I dumped the water, the seeds in anything that was in the water, which they defecate a lot in the water, and the seeds that had passed through the turtles in the water watered the outside plants. I wasn't thinking anything of it. Well, I got 2 little strawberries. So, strawberries from seed. I'm not sure which kind they are. We buy some store-bought, which is store-bought. But the turtles came with some strawberries too that were of lesser quality. So we'll see what I got. These berries won't really be probably anything like either one, except for they will be strawberries. But they'll probably have a completely different flavor. Hopefully closer to the store-bought strawberries, because while I didn't sample the berries that came with them because they were in the enclosure with the turtles, I wasn't going to eat them after that. They didn't look like high-quality berries. They looked like something somebody might have grown in their yard and fed to the turtles, which is fine. But that's what they look like. They look like yard-grown strawberries. that weren't real great. Maybe that's why they were being fed to the turtles. Maybe there were some that were great, but the lesser ones were fed to the turtles. I have no idea. That's how I got the turtles and what they came with. Either way, got a couple of strawberry starts, and we'll see what they grow into. This one, of course, is in the house now, growing in this bizarre, not so bizarre method. The other plant is growing outside in dirt. We'll see how they do. Talk to you next time.